Filming for Outer Banks' last season hasn't even begun yet, but a prequel is already in the works. On Tuesday, December 10th, creator Jonas Pate told Port City Daily that he is developing a prequel to the popular Netflix series. Regarding the program, Kildare, Pate disclosed, "We're looking to film it in Wilmington, North Carolina. Although the series is still in its early phases, it will focus on the formation of each group in the fictional Figure 8 town and include a whole new cast of young actors. The class gap between the Kooks and the Pogues is well known to fans, and the prequel will go into the beginnings of the current conflict in Kildare County." Pate claims that in addition to his Prime Video series The Runarounds, which is based on a band that appeared on Outer Banks, the prospective show will also be shown on Netflix. Everything you need to know about the fifth and final season of Outer Banks after the controversial death of JJ. The struggle between two groups of teens in a seaside town in North Carolina is the focus of the popular Netflix series, which made its debut in 2020. The Kooks, also known as the rich locals, and the Pogues, or working class, are the ones that introduce the socio-economic division. While a new family develops within the show's core group of friends, the pursuit of a buried treasure further exacerbates tensions between the factions. The fifth and final season of Outer Banks was confirmed in November to conclude the storylines of John B., Chase Stokes, Sarah, Madeline Klein, Kiera, Madison Bailey, Pope, Jonathan Davis, JJ, Rudy Pankow, and Cleo, Carlacia Grant. The Season 4 conclusion, which concluded with JJ's unexpected death, elicited conflicting responses from fans. Executive producer Pate asserted that JJ's death was always the goal, despite criticism from some fans over the show's choice to eliminate one of its primary characters. "From the start, it has been kind of hiding in his DNA." In November, Pate told The Hollywood Reporter, "He's really a tragic figure, and the idea of mortality, and you only have a finite window. It's also a theme of the show. John B. has been discussing it since the first season. It turns out that this was always sort of baked into the cake, and our goal was to communicate the tale as gracefully and captivatingly as we could." After JJ's controversial death, Us explains the off-screen backlash in Outer Banks, feud rumors and more. Pankow also offered commentary on the unexpected narrative choice, saying to Netflix's Tudum that same month, "I got it when I first learned that JJ was going to risk everything and fail. The stakes increased steadily, and the hazards grew more significant. The question of whether his death was worthwhile truly sets up OBX's destiny. And how do you deal with losing someone that important to you? One of the great joys of Outer Banks and the Runarounds is that we found actors that people didn't know," Pate told Port City Daily on Tuesday, providing an update on the status of Outer Banks. "And we like watching all the cast members, like those on Outer Banks, achieve their success." He went on, "A lot of people might not be aware of this, but the audience in the Outer Banks is varied, with around 15% of the audience being young. Young adult content, in my opinion, appeals to individuals of all ages since it brings back memories of one's youth. There is undoubtedly a feeling of nostalgia present." Before their performance, here are some things you should know about the Runarounds, including their relationship to the Outer Banks. Pate is thrilled to present the Runarounds, which is presently in development for a second season, in addition to the prequel. The fictitious series, which is based on a teleplay by Pate and David Wilcox, centers on the actual band of the same name, which includes Jesse Gallagher, Zend Murdoch, Jeremy Yoon, Axel Ellis, and William Lipton. Pate told PCD that Prime Video's decision to renew the Runarounds already was almost unheard of. However, they adored what they had seen thus far. "It's excellent. We're quite pleased with it. They thus gave us the all-clear to begin writing. As projects are approved in phases, they must review our work to see whether it will be pursued further."